Greetings everyone, I've returned to Disneyland to show you where every single restroom is in the entire park. Let's roll that intro. Now, a few little disclaimers before we start the video. I'm not actually going to show you the interiors of any of these restrooms because, well, for obvious reasons, privacy and all that. And on top of that, I'm going to try my best to refrain from utilizing any toilet humor. I'm sorry, most of those jokes there, you know, they're not the best. They're solid number twos. Okay, I'm just gonna flush those away, but either way, let's go. Believe it or not, our journey actually begins right outside the gates of Disneyland itself. Yes, before the turnstiles, you can actually head down to the left over here, and there's a restroom that not a lot of people know about. Let me show you. I'm just left of the actual turnstiles over there at Disneyland, where the Disneyland Lost and Found is, which I didn't know was there. So look, I'm learning stuff too. Then down over here, we have the lockers that you can rent out, but this is what I'm talking about over here. Two large restrooms over there. As you can see, some people are utilizing them today, but a lot of people walk right past them, never know they're there. So if you need to use the restroom before you go into Disneyland, just go to the left. Or, and if people really like this video, maybe I'll make a follow-up, to the left of California Adventure over there too. There are restrooms. So that's another thing too. So if you're going to California Adventure, it's kind of the same thing. If you're looking at one of the parks, kind of go to the left and you should be able to find a restroom. I'm now just walking into the left side of the park. And right over here, right to the left, I got a couple options for you. Yes, indeed. To my understanding, behind the guided tours, which I was very lucky to do recently, there are restrooms over there. So if you're taking one of the tours, they actually have bathrooms back there that you can use. Isn't that pretty neat? But actually, if you're like, oh man, Jimmy, I'm not gonna be on one of the guided tours, it's okay. There's a restroom that's like right over here. Let me show you. To the left of City Hall and to the right of the fire department, it's another set of bathrooms right here. Set of restrooms. I'm gonna use that term interchangeably probably throughout, but technically I think they're called restrooms. I just call them bathrooms, I don't know why. But yeah, they're right over here. They're tucked right here, which is interesting because there's a lot of parallels between this and the Magic Kingdom and Walt Disney World. And I know of a restroom that's located in like the exact same spot over there, but just, you know, on the other side of the country. But you might be saying to yourself, Jimmy, we never go on the left side of Disneyland. We always go on the right side. It's okay, because guess what? Disneyland has you covered, okay? So if you were to walk into the right side of Disneyland, you can head over here and you see this says Disneyana. Yeah, right there. Right back behind there, kind of down in this little alleyway, you can see their restrooms down there. They're kind of tucked away. And to be honest with you guys, I use these ones all the time. They're fantastic, and they're like lesser known. So that's one of the things I like the most about it. I'm gonna try to tell you guys a little bit about some of the restrooms, because I think I've used like all of them here, and tell you kind of like ideas or thoughts on why I prefer ones over others. But shout out to the custodians who keep it clean, because they do such an amazing job. They really, really do. And again, they're right down here. It kind of looks like you're going like behind the scenes or backstage, but you're not. Don't worry about it. They have an ATM over here too. But yeah. And then they have, for your convenience, additional restrooms are located next to City Hall, the ones we just looked at. Isn't that nice? But yeah, tucked away right here. It's good stuff. Now we're walking right down the middle of Main Street, USA. Well, now I am. What if you're like, I need a restroom, Jimmy? I'm halfway down Main Street. Any restroom? Don't worry, because we're over by Carnation Café. And if you take a left, there's a restroom right back here. Kind of like the one over by Disneyana. This one's tucked way back here. Carnation Café is off to the right. So yeah, just come all the way back here. Some people might think it's actually only for the Carnation Café. To my understanding, that is not the case. But yeah, all the way back there, just so you know, tucked away, lots of tucked away restrooms. Quick little appreciation post here. My goodness, the park's looking so fetch today, so beautiful. Huh. It truly is all citrus out here. I love it so much. Thanks, Walt. I've moved off to the right-hand side of Main Street by the Little Red Wagon corn dogs and the Plaza Inn. Shameless plug for that video. Anyway, apparently they actually do have a restroom located within First Aid. It's not something I think you just walk up to and use. I'm sure if it were an emergency, they'd let you do it, but it's in the medical building there, according to the website, which I will link down below too if you want to see the entire list as well in that format. Now this is where the fun really begins. We're going to be moving counterclockwise around the park, starting over here by the Plaza and Tomorrowland. And one tip I can give you right at the beginning, and I'll probably bring this up again later, is that the restrooms located towards the front of the park that aren't tucked away, or ones that are located in the hub like this, can usually be the heaviest trafficked bathrooms, at least from what I've seen. If there are any cast members who are watching this for some odd reason, Please let me know if that is not the case, because I would love to spread information, not misinformation, you know. Before even stepping foot in Tomorrowland, you head off to the right, and these are the Plaza Inn Restrooms. Now, for people who are actually going to the Plaza Inn, these are the restrooms you would use, so you'd have to kind of go out and around. So they're not actually located within the restaurant itself, just so you know, but they're tucked back right over here. Now, Tomorrowland is home to a few kind of more secretive restrooms here, but don't worry, I'm gonna show you right where they are. We're gonna start over here with Space Mountain, and there's restrooms actually located in the exit of Space Mountain, which is way down over here past the Starcade. Let me show you. So this might feel kind of counterintuitive, like a fish swimming upstream. The restrooms are down here. Might be kind of hard to see in the light right now, but there's a little sign up there. Yeah, it's like, okay, you just gotta go all the way back here. Also, pro tip from Jimmy. Single rider's back, all right? Keep it between us. But it's back, and it makes Space Mountain so much better. Like, if you want to ride with your family and stuff, or your friends, I understand that, but still, I'm just saying, single rider is an option. And one thing I love about these restrooms too is that they are massive, they are huge, and I really appreciate that. And I think one of the reasons why is they we're worried that people are gonna get sick on this attraction. Some people do. So that's why they're so big. But yeah, restrooms right down here. Comes in the clutch. Speaking of single rider. Oh my goodness, here we go! I'll show you guys just a little bit, okay? Darkness is screaming on Goat Trick Mountain. Da -ba, da -ba. You want to turn into the curves, that's what I tell you. Is this usable? Can anyone see what's happening? No one can see what's happening, just lights. Baby. Back row, single rider. They really meant it. Look at that. I'm solo, baby. It was fantastic. I smell a Christmas card. For our next restrooms, located in Tomorrowland, we're gonna head over here kind of towards the monorail and the Autopia. We're gonna hang a right down over where you kind of load on for the Disneyland Railroad. Let me show you. Right over here by the Autopia, if we look down to the right, tucked way back in here are the restrooms. Again, very far back, some of these. You wouldn't necessarily know about them, but they are here for your convenience. Yes. Now, a few of these even come with a companion restroom attachment as well, so if you do need that, that's featured too. As we leave Tomorrowland and head kind of towards the hub, we'll keep hanging right though, because we're gonna move into Fantasyland, where our next restrooms are located. They're right over here. These are the King and Queen restrooms located right next to Alice in Wonderland. And speaking of Alice in Wonderland, look it. You never know when you see a celebrity out walking about in Disneyland. I absolutely love that. But yeah, they're right over here. We're gonna see a little bit of a theme here with royalty as we go along in Fantasyland. But yeah, this is just right on the path into Fantasyland, right across from the beautiful Matterhorn. Oh my gosh, I love it so much. On three, let's do the chant. 1, 2, 3, Matterhorn. Oh, Matterhorn. Yes, I love it. If you're looking for restrooms before Toontown, there's some over here by It's a Small World. Remember I said that whole thing about the royalty theme continuing? Well, over here are the Prince and Princess restrooms. They're tucked away over by the Fantasyland Theater. Now this one is not as trafficked, at least in my opinion, as some of the other ones closer to the hub. So that's one of the reasons I like to come back here. It's really nice. Yeah, and also I like the theming. But perhaps you have a royal family. This one comes with a companion restroom too, tucked around the corner. I was just showing it off from over there. Come down around the corner, and here you go. I like that. It's so cool looking. Wow, I did not know this was back here. That's so neat. Going down the way into Toontown to go check out the restroom situation over here. Yes, and there is one restroom, a newer restroom, due to the recent refurbishment of the entire place, basically, except for Roger Rabbit's. Roger Rabbit's cartoon spin still here. Oh, and Gadget's Go Coaster, I suppose. But yeah, of course, the new big thing back here, Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. So yeah, let's get into it. As we walk back into Toontown, you see Goofy's How to Play Yard, and right across the way from it, right over to the right, are the restrooms. Yes, and these are new. These are fresh. They are very, very nice. I like them. Yes, and it also comes with a companion restroom right over there. But yeah, this is a good one. Don't sleep on it. But this one, because of the newness of Toontown, is heavily trafficked. But again, Cast members do a good job of keeping it clean. Thank you, cast members. Thank you, custodian cast members. Leaving Toontown, as you can see. Now we're moving back into Fantasyland. We talked about 2 restrooms here so far, but now we're going to talk about the last one that goes on the edge of Fantasyland and Frontierland. Let me show you. We're coming over from the Matterhorn, which is what I use as the icon for the entire park. Obviously, the castle is, but that's what I look at. That's just kind of my little, like, oh, can you see the Matterhorn? Hey, look, Pinocchio. Now we're walking down this way towards Frontierland, and there's another set of restrooms right over here for your convenience. Right next door to the Red Rose Tavern, here are the restrooms. We're going right into Frontierland. And one really cool thing about this, when the scrim isn't up, because I said like all Fantasyland right now is under this kind of refurbishment, it seems like. The women's restroom is more Fantasyland, but the men's restroom is more Frontierland. Isn't that cool? I think that's really cool. Again, you can see that better when they aren't doing this. Of course, I choose to do this when they've decided to put up all these scrims, but again, the scrims look so cool though. They do look pretty good. I was walking down into Frontierland and took the first right, heading towards Galaxy's Edge to show you off the restroom situation they have over in Batuu. Which is good because, you know, regardless of the issues they're having there with the First Order and everything, cleanliness, you know, sanitation, all that stuff, convenience, it's all at the top of the list. So right next to one of Kylo Ren's ships, walking straight in here to Batuu. And we're gonna actually head to the left, cut left immediately, to show you where this restroom is, which is actually even new to me. The blue milk stand is right there. As we turn over here, there are a pair of restrooms and a companion restroom too. I have walked past this a ton of times and I've never seen these. All right, I gotta go in so I can report back. I did not know this was here. This is cool. Just walked in there for a second. It's very nice, very lovely. Not nearly as big as the next restaurant I'm going to show you, but still, nice little pit stop, especially over by the blue and green milk, if you want that too. That's so cool. I love it. I've learned stuff too. This is great. We're learning together. We continue to move down through Galaxy's Edge. Look at that, Boba Fett right there. Okay, that's nice. But yeah, it doesn't matter because you can also head down over there too, because the bathrooms that we were just at are behind me, in a sense. Let's keep heading down here, and then we'll get to our next set. This pair of restrooms right over here by the Dianoga kind of fountain. Some of my favorites. Massive, new, usually pretty open, because they're so back in the park. Yeah, they're really good. So this is probably one of my absolute favorite restrooms on property, at least to me. And also, I want you to leave yours down below. But if you need a companion restroom, don't worry, I got you covered over to the right here. I got you covered in Batuu. Wow, they're so thoughtful. Just now leaving Batuu and heading towards Critter Country for our next set of restrooms, which is kind of on the border. Actually, it's more formally in Critter Country. But I want to take a moment and just say thank you so much for watching. I hope you're having a good time with this. I just feel like this is like one of those videos that could help people. I hope it does. I really hope it does. And hopefully, like I say in most all my videos, I hope it makes you smile once or twice. That's all. That's all. That's all I'm trying to do here. And entertain, inform, and entertain, both speaking and walking and talking is so hard. And breathing, blinking, all that simultaneously. As we walk into Critter Country, we have the Rivers of America off to the left and the Hungry Bear restaurant up and to our right. But underneath, it's a little gem. The restrooms under here, which are still themed to the Country Bear Jamboree. The Gentleman's Lair and the Powder Room. Oh my goodness. That's so great. So Gomer's Gentleman's Lair, Trixie's Powder Room. I love that. Yeah, these are great restrooms as well. And shout out to Vero, one of the greatest custodians, one of my favorite cast members out here. She works in Critter Country. Vero, you're amazing. You're amazing. But yeah, this is the Critter Country restroom. This is the only place you're gonna find them. Now we're in New Orleans Square, and the next restroom is gonna be tucked far back, and there's a few different ways to get to it. I'm gonna show you the way that's over by the railroad, and then we'll kind of show you the way out, but you can take it back there as well when you're looking down this way. Pirates of the Caribbean right there, Haunted Mansion right behind me. Walking back here over by where the Mint Julep Bar used to be and will probably be again. It's our next restroom. Yes, these ones are much busier and much more full of powdered sugar when the beignets are flowing. And there still are beignets here in New Orleans Square, but there's not right next to me where they normally are, for the most part. It's right here. There you go. Right there, restrooms. Ladies on the left, gentlemen on the right. Tucked way, way back, way, way back. Just walked past the restrooms back there, and I'm heading towards the Pirates of the Caribbean and the Blue Bayou over here, but you can get there in that direction, or over here, Café Orleans. Basically just try to get to the back of New Orleans Square by the railroad, and you should be able to find the restrooms. Now we're going down to the wilds of Adventureland. So I can show you a restroom that's right on the fringe between that and Frontierland. As I depart Adventureland, you can actually look off to the left here. The men's restroom is closed currently, of course, while I'm doing this. But either way, it says additional restrooms are located next to Rancho del Zocalo in Frontierland, which we will get to in a moment. All right? But yes, this is where the men's and then the ladies' restrooms are right over there by Frontierland. It's kind of like a flip from what they had in the one at Fantasyland, in a sense, kind of. Sort of. However, if you go over to the Enchanted Tiki room, they actually have restrooms located right back over here. I'll show you. Right before you'd actually walk into the Tiki room, they have these restrooms right over here, companion restrooms for your use. Yes, if you want to get your Dole Whip, get ready for the Tiki room, use the bathroom before you go in. You can use that too. It's so convenient, and not a lot of people know about this one. The entrance to Frontierland is right over there, and that's where the hub is. We're just over there in Adventureland, but I'm cutting across Frontierland to go on one of the least traveled paths, or so I've been told, in all of Disneyland. Over here by the Royal Theatre. The theater. Whatever happened to the theater? We're now over here by the Royal Hall and the Royal Theater, like I was saying before, and we're gonna head back here. Now this little tunnel will take you over to Frontierland and Rancho del Zocalo. It's really nice, and not a ton of people know about it. And I love it. They also have some really great theming over here, like Hunchback and Tangled. Really good. Love that. But yeah, restroom right down here. Now we're by Rancho del Zocalo, right down over here. That's where the restrooms are. Ladies to the left, gentlemen to the right. Yeah, real nice. But at lunchtime, it's going to be really busy. Come at other times during the day when it's not a big meal time, and those bathrooms won't be nearly as crowded. Believe it or not, our last restrooms are located over here on Pirate's Lair. And man, I haven't been here for a while, so this is all gonna be new to me in a sense. Oh my goodness, there goes some poor souls. I'm so sorry, but there's the sailing ship Columbia, and we are right across from it, but the raft ride over is like straight through the trees, straight through the earth over there. But here's our restroom. This kind of tiny little shack here. Isn't that nice? Yeah. Again, it's got to kind of follow the southeastern side, and then you'll find out right where you need to go. It's kind of working my way down here, and I actually did a video on this, back in 2021, I think, or something. I don't even remember. Maybe it was 2022. But yeah, I came down over here, and I hopped on the pontoon bridge, but it's closed right now. Otherwise, I'd be out there. Yeah, there's actually a lot of fun interactive elements over here, like the bone cage, baby. So good. Yeah, this is a cool place. It really is. But now we're heading north to find our next and maybe even last pair of bathrooms. Oh my gosh. And over here at the fort, I have found them, the restrooms. Oh my goodness. Look at that. Even has one for accessibility as well over here. This is great. Looks like these are for one individual only at a time. Or if you need to go as a group, like a family. One family at a time, one person at a time, that kind of thing. They're not massive. But still, we did it. Everyone, that's gonna do it for me here today. But before I let you go, I've got a little ad spot for you guys. I think you'll appreciate it. All right, editor, roll the clip. Hi everyone. My name is Jimmy Good, and no, I do not work for the Walt Disney Company. Not yet. And after many, many hours of research, I know where all the bathrooms are in Disneyland. But now you do too, and you can show everybody by getting this shirt. I know what you might be thinking to yourself, oh, man, Jimmy, now I know where all the bathrooms are. I want to share that knowledge with everyone. People are just gonna walk up to you. They won't even say hi. They'll just say, hey, do you know where the nearest bathroom is? And you're gonna two-finger point in the direction. Because guess what? You're a professional. You have this information, and you know what? That knowledge, it doesn't belong to you. You gotta share it with everyone. That's the deal we're making right now. I gotta move 13 of these shirts before the next full moon, otherwise my ticket's gonna get punched. Check out these colors. It comes in this color, and this color. Oh my gosh, that one might be my favorite. Now you might be wondering to yourself, Jimmy, why aren't you wearing one of those shirts right now? Why are you wearing a suit? That's none of your business. Stop asking me questions. So get yours down in the links below today. Back to Jimmy in the parks. So now you too can have that. Isn't that nice? You can have that as well if you want to. Links down below. I have to do this. I've had so many people joke about this, and I've joked about it with them, so, you know, I hope they appreciate it. Again, I appreciate you. Thank you for being here today. It really means a lot to me that people are watching these, they're commenting on them, they're liking it. Those are the best free ways to help out the show. But the people have been donating during the streams or on Patreon, the patrons, thank you so much. I appreciate all of it. You guys you're just making this more and more of a thing I'm doing all the time, and I love it. I love hanging out with you, and I just appreciate you so, so much. Thanks for taking some time out of your day. Until next time, just remember to adapt and overcome. And now you too know where the restrooms are, baby, yeah! Also, if you want a part 2 or part 2 at Disney California Adventure, let me know down in the comments. And the word will be flush. Be flush. Okay, bye-bye. I think that was good. I think that was really good. Well, it took like, what, 35 takes? Yeah. You're still rolling? You're not gonna use this, are you? Oh, no!